Hello students. In a previous lesson we learned how to draw some components using these schematic symbols for each of the components. So for example, a wire is literally just a line, a resistor looks like zigzags, a light bulb looks like an X with a circle, and so on. In this lesson we're going to learn how to draw an LED symbol, and we're going to draw some series circuits. So I'll get you a piece of paper. It can be graph paper or regular paper. And let's start with drawing a LED symbol. So at this point in our course, we know what an LED is. Okay, so what does LED stand for? You probably said it out loud or in your head. And the way you draw an LED is very similar to a lamp, except the symbols change inside of the little circle. So you start off with a circle and two lines on the outside, and then on the inside you draw a triangle that is on its side with a line going through it like that, and then two arrows pointing in the diagonal right direction. And then typically this is going to be colored in black. This is the anode side, and this is the cathode side. And remember, electrons flow from the anode to the cathode. They don't flow in the other direction because it's a diode, and diodes are like one-way streets for electrons. They only allow the electrons to flow in one direction, from the anode to the cathode. So that's how you draw an LED symbol for a schematic drawing. And we're going to draw a schematic on the next page using an LED, resistors, wires, and a battery. So for the assignment, I want to see you draw this, and I want to see you draw the schematic that we're about to draw. So what we're about to draw is a series circuit. A series circuit. Quick note about schematics before we start our drawing. This is a schematic right here, and electrical engineers use schematics to help them learn what components they need for a circuit and how those are connected. So for example, in this schematic we have a 9-volt battery that's connected to a photocell component, which is the photoresistor. We have the black lines are just wires, and this is an LED. So the battery is connected to this photocell, which is connected to the LED. The LED is connected to the battery, creating this circuit. This is a series circuit because there's only one direction for electrons to flow. And we're gonna learn how to draw a series circuit in just a moment here with this lesson. So there's a lot of ways to draw schematics. This is a different type of schematic. This is a parallel circuit. We're not learning this in our current lesson that you're watching right now, but just know here's another series circuit with a different type. There's all kinds of symbols for components. If I go back here in this little book I have, you see there's the symbol for battery, a switch, the photocell symbol, potentiometer. It looks like a resistor with an arrow on it. We have just a regular resistor, which you know how to draw by now. You know how to draw, what else is there on here that we've drawn so far? Nothing else so far yet. Diode, speaker. Speaker looks like a little speaker. So we use these symbols to help us draw those schematics, which then in turn help us wire up our actual physical circuits. So that's a quick note. Schematics are used by electrical engineers to help them wire up their circuits that they create. Now remember, circuit means a loop, okay, a loop. So it's going in a loop direction, or it's always going in one way or the other way. So a series circuit schematic would look something like, you're always going to have some power source or battery. So let's put in a battery, just like that. And it's kind of going to look like a rectangle. So let's go a little bit longer. This is a wire. This is a wire. Let's go up. And let's add a resistor. And then up. Okay, and then over. And let's draw our LED. Just like that. And let's add a switch. So we're going to add a switch by putting a little dot, a line like that, a little dot, and finish the circuit. So this is a series circuit because electrons are going to flow in this direction. So they're going to be flowing in a circuit direction, or as a circuit. Right now this circuit is open because the switch is in the open position. If I were to draw this like this, that's a closed circuit. That means that the LED would be turned on by this battery. Okay, but we're going to leave it in the open position, just like that. So for this assignment, I want to see the LED drawing, the LED symbol drawn by itself, and this series circuit. And we're going to label this R and LED, switch, and battery. And there you go. That's our lesson. Make sure you draw it nice and neatly, and take pictures and submit.